I guess today what I'm doing is just a quick little test on everything. Mic test, camera test. Gonna check out the quality. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing, make sure I'm comfortable with the editing software that I'll be using. You know, all the setup that I have. You know, making sure all the lights work. Everything. I'm just gonna, you know, just trying to make it as painless as possible, I guess. Just gonna talk about the channel a little bit, everything I plan on doing, and yeah, just go from there. So I do apologize, I'm a little out of breath because I've been spending the past like 30 minutes putting everything on and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I'll just be you know, putting the last little bit of my look back together while I just talk about the channel. I guess I'm gonna be using this little hat I got, and I'm gonna be putting all these little pins that I got for movie releases, early releases, and you know, just first night showings, theatrical releases that I got over the past couple years, onto the hat, just to, I guess, just to have something to look at, just for fun, you know. But yeah, while I talk about the channel, I'll just be doing that, seeing how well I, you know, can move around and everything while talking, and you know, all that kind of stuff if needed, you know, just in case for the future, just so I know if I'm comfortable with this, if I'm not comfortable with having this on, and all that kind of stuff, just to make sure that everything's good. So I guess I'll just start doing that while I talk about the channel a little bit. I'm gonna try and also be safe while doing this as well, of course. So yeah, I guess I'll just start taking them all off. So anywho, this is a channel I've been talking about doing for probably like 10 years or so. I've been having this idea in the back of my head that, like, hey, you know, maybe I do want to be a film director and everything. I want to be a writer director. So I've just been, you know, holding off this project for so long, just waiting on people to get interested. No one really, people said they were interested, but no one really got into, you know, helping me create this channel. So I just decided one day, just why not just start it up on my own, and just see where it goes. I'm gonna be doing this mostly unedited. If, you know, something happens that, you know, I don't know, just something out of pocket happens. I'm not in my house. I'm using a relative's house to film this. So if something out of pocket, like a dog starts barking or something, I'll try and edit that out, just so it's not too distracting. But yeah, I guess I'll just be talking about the channel for a bit. So, gosh, in short, like I said, this is a project I've had in the back of my head for a while. Finally got it up and running. I'm gonna try and do everything on my own. I'm learning all the editing techniques, process, and filming. I'm doing that all myself. I'm gonna start out doing just basic movie reviews, something simple. I'm gonna try and be a little more positive, whereas, you know, a lot of people tend to gosh, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of hard to see, but anywho, you know, I think, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube myself, reviews and all that kind of stuff, I think it is important to go out and form your own opinion. I know that myself included, for the past like 4 or 5 years, had like I relied heavily on using other people's opinions on whether or not I would go watch a movie. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's totally fine and everything. However, especially if you watch a specific person, or you talk to a specific friend and they end up having, you know, more thoughts and reactions to things quite similar to yours, I mean, absolutely, yeah, there's no problem with that. However, I do think it is also important to form your own opinion, and go out and check go out and check things out for yourself, because you never know. Like I was an example of this myself, but there are so many movies that I watched reviews for, and I was like, okay, this person absolutely did not like it, and so I'm not gonna watch it. And a year, 2 years passed by, and I ended up watching a movie that was negatively reviewed by someone that I watched all the time and still do watch. I ended up liking it, and it was a huge regret for me to not have seen it in theaters, because we all have our preferences, even though we may not like movies of a certain genre. There may come a time when, let's say, if you're, I don't know, into slow burns or musicals and you just don't normally watch those. Let's say you skip one, and then a year, 2 years down the road, you end up watching a musical that you didn't want to watch at the time because someone doesn't like musicals that you watch, and that aligns up perfectly with you, and you end up watching it a year or two down the road, and you end up liking it, and just a bunch of regret hits, like, hey, I would have liked to have seen this in theaters, but I couldn't, and I'll probably never get that experience again. And movie theaters are a really good place to be, to empty out your mind and just be taken to someplace that's may just be a nice place for you to relax, I guess. Like myself, I mean, we all have we all have our problems and everything, and for me, I know whenever I need to go clear my mind, I go and watch a movie, and that helps me escape for a bit. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's I hope that I can create a positive positive environment where people can inspire others to go to the movie theaters more often, as I'm sure everyone knows that they haven't been doing so hot ever since COVID hit. They just kind of like fell off, and it's just kind of slowly going up, but hopefully I can convince other people to check out movies here and there. I mean, if I am the one you end up choosing to watch and trust, I mean, cool. I mean, if your preferences don't align up with mine, I tend to give everything a chance, so obviously I have to have the time to watch it as well. So if there's a big movie that comes out and I'm unable to watch it, unfortunately I won't be able to review it. However, I will do everything in my power to try and watch as many as I can, and get as many reviews out as possible, so that I can hopefully provide some valuable insight on various different things about a movie. Let's see. Yeah, that should be it. But anywho, yeah, I guess that's it for what I kind of want to do with the channel, in regards to, at least for now. I do plan on branching out into other things. However, starting off simple, doing movie reviews with a little formula that I created. I'm gonna try and differentiate myself from other YouTubers. I spent like a good month working on a formula that I created to do movie reviews a little differently. So hopefully, I can add on to that or take away from it if, I end up doing something you don't like for any reason. Let's say, I don't know. I do plan on talking about various different things about each movie release, so it's not just a review. I plan on going into depth about a lot of different things, like behind the scenes, stuff that I would want to know. I hope that maybe I can inspire people to look into other things as well, because there's a lot of stuff that happens to movies that are behind the scenes, good, bad, anything in between. But I'm going to try and stray away from drama. I don't really want to get into drama behind the scenes or anything like that. So I'm going to try and keep things a little more on the positive side. However, if bad things do happen, I mean, and everyone's aware of it, I mean, am I really going to not talk about it? I don't know yet. We'll get there when we get there. However, I guess we'll see. But yeah, let me start off with doing this. But yeah, anywho, so I guess I'll put this right here. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for that little part. I can't do this. This is really thin. I guess I'll figure it out some other time. I'll just do it in my own time. But I'll just go this way. Oh no, it goes that way. But anywho, yeah, I'll figure it out. But like I said, that's pretty much what I want to do with this part of the channel, at least for right now. I guess I'll talk about, my reviews a little more. I'm going to do a separate little segment as to how I'm going to do reviews. I'll do that just before I post my first one, which is going to be Dogman. I have just... I have no expectations for it. It's Dogman. It's a silly movie that I'm pretty sure every person can enjoy something from it. But I guess I'll see whenever I check it out. I have a lot of I have all the merchandise from Regal, AMC, and Cinemark. I'm going to be showcasing all of that. I'm going to try and get that done before Wednesday and post all of that for you. That's going to be my main goal for this week, is to get everything out at least before Saturday, but I will do everything I can to get it out before Wednesday. I'm going to try and watch the movie tomorrow and get out my thoughts, as well as implementing my formula into a full-on my first review. And from there, I guess you, the viewer, can tell me whether or not it works for you, if there's something you would like me to add, take away from, all that kind of stuff. So feel free to give any input and all that kind of stuff for future content. I will be reading all any comments that are given. So if I find that the comments are interesting, I will absolutely put them in a follow-up video. So I do plan on doing 2 videos for every review, a spoiler-free review, where I try to be more objective. So I want to talk about the movie as a whole, what actually is good versus what, I want to keep it to the bare minimum as to what I personally think of it, because I don't think that it's the greatest thing. We'll figure it out. But I just don't want to be responsible for how do I say this? Like I was just talking about earlier, I don't want to be responsible for, a movie you may like, you end up skipping, and then a year or 2 down the road, you end up watching it, and you're like, oh man, why did I listen to this guy? But like I said, I'm going to try and keep it more objective. Is the movie actually good? Is the movie actually bad? I'll try and keep it minimal on what I think of it. However, I'll try and be as descriptive as possible without giving away any spoilers. And for part 2, that's when let me take it back. So for part 1, I'll also be I'll be just touching upon the spoilers without actually saying what they are. So, I want to keep it entirely spoiler free. I'll just so that that I watched the movie without just telling you that, hey, I watched it and this is what I thought about it, or no, this is what the movie actually is. I want to say that, hey, this part from this movie, this scene in particular towards this part of the movie didn't work, and I'll in a follow-up video where I do all the spoiler stuff and going back and looking at all the analytics of the movie, I'll touch upon all the analytics, and then I'll go to the actual story. And then once I go to the story point, that's when I'll bring up points from the previous video that I made and actually elaborate upon them in a spoiler-filled area section, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'll be doing that. That's pretty much just a little hint as to what I'll be doing. It's a formula I do plan on working on a little more. Obviously, like I said, feel free, once I post the Dogman review, feel free to, let me know what you liked or what you didn't like about the review, because it's something I would like to improve on. Yeah, I guess just take it from there. But that's pretty much it in regards to what I'll be doing. Right here on my left, I'm gonna be putting my personal favorite popcorn bucket. I do have like a little collection of my own of popcorn buckets. I do go out and get all this stuff. As of now, the Captain America Brave New World, I'm trying to get all that so that I could showcase all the collectibles from there. That's giving me a lot of stress because they're just releasing so many collectibles. And but yeah, that's what I'm also going to try and do. I'm going to try and showcase all the collectibles and stuff there from the main 3 theater chains in my area, which are AMC, Regal, and Cinemark. I will be doing everything I can to showcase all of those here on this channel, so that you have everything you need to know about the movie, from collectibles to behind the scenes, the actual runtime of the movie, writer, director, everything. My thoughts, what do I predict for the future of the movie, all that. But yeah, anywho, if I ever get a popcorn bucket that I like better than this, I'll put it here. But as of now, all of 2024, this was my personal favorite popcorn bucket. So if I ever find any, if either of those 3 movie chains, sorry, I'm like all over the place, but if any of those 3 movie theater chains release a popcorn bucket that I think is better than this, I'll put it here and I'll have it for all my movie reviews. But yeah, as of now, the Regal Alien Romulus popcorn bucket is still my favorite one that they did all last year, so it's gonna stay here until something hopefully surpasses it, because apparently it's like a war now. There's, especially with Captain America, man, that's gonna be a huge video, just because there's so much stuff that they're releasing for that movie. But like I said, that's pretty much what I plan on doing with the channel. If I do get like a collectible movie poster, if I'm reviewing the movie, I'll be putting it right here. I'm also going to be taking a look at I thought I hit the little mute button. But anywho, I'm going to take a look at the video. If I see any reflection, I'll change. I'll try and move things around to where you're not too focused on my glasses. I've got a giant curtain behind, so you're not getting any reflection of anything behind it. If you are getting a reflection, it's probably going to be my laptop right here, or the little screen that I have, just so I could see what I'm doing for myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Trying to think if there's something else. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Can't think of anything else. I was hoping I could talk a little more and have have some fun putting all this on my hat. But this little where is it? Oh, I threw it in there. Yeah, I threw it in there. But that thing is too thin. This is too thin. Or this is too thick and that's too thin. But anywho, this video is going to be like a huge mess. It's just me rambling, and just know that it's just a test. I'll be more focused, and I'll be a little more how do I say it, a little less pausey, if that's what you want to say, where I'm kind of like pausing and thinking about what I'm going to say. There's going to be a lot less of that. I'm going to I think I'm gonna look over this video and I think I'm just gonna post it unedited. I don't think there's any need to do like a little test video, any editing on a new test video. Yeah, I guess there's that. But anywho, this is pretty much just gonna be my setup. I'm just testing out the little lights. That's not going to be, red and blue is not going to be the color all the time. It's just going to be my theme. I'm just testing out all the colors on here. I'm going to try and keep all the colors to the same theme. So like, for example, if I don't know, an Alien movie comes out, I'll be having a green background and probably a green microphone, or maybe a red one if it's like, you know, a horror movie, or well, it is horror, but you know, if it's like, you know, like Alien Romulus, there is a lot of red in that movie. I'll probably have green in the background, red here. So yeah, I'm gonna try and work with everything, make sure that everything in these videos makes sense. You know, I'm not just gonna have random colors in the background and random color here. You know, I'm gonna try and keep things in a set theme to the video. Like when I review Dogman, I'll probably have the background all blue. Let me see, I'll probably have the mic yellow or something for his little thing. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep it all thematic for you. So yeah, I originally planned on doing this a while ago. However, I plan on initially starting this channel with a Wolfman review. I did watch Wolfman. I think I've seen so many. I think I've seen like 5 or 6 movies in January, and most of it was just spent going back and forth with ordering stuff, like, because I just decided, screw it, I'm just gonna make the channel on my own and start it up and everything on my own with my own money and my own funding, and same thing. But anywho, that's pretty much why I'm starting this out so late, even though I created the channel early January. Like I said, I originally planned on the Wolfman movie being my first review, but you know, that isn't the case. It's going to be oh, actually, you know what? I did watch. I watched Companion a week ahead of the movie's release, so I'll try and get that one out. Honestly, I think I'm gonna try and get that one out. I'm gonna try and get Companion out before I get Dogman out. I'm gonna do filming for Dogman tomorrow. I'm gonna do filming for all of the merchandise, collectibles. Sorry, for AMC, Cinemark, and Regal. All the Dogman stuff. I'm gonna get all that filmed tomorrow, and I think I can actually do the filming for Companion tomorrow, and I'll try and edit that and get that out as soon as possible, because I know that movie's already, you know, it's hot. It's already being talked about. It's also really good. I definitely check it out if you haven't, because wow, that movie is, I think I've seen 5 or 6 movies this year already. I mean, that's not high praise. That's nothing. But out of the 5 or 6 movies that I've seen, I can't put a number on it. Out of those movies I've seen so far, Companion, hands down the best one. Just by a long shot too. Companion, definitely give that a watch. It's objectively good. You will have a blast watching it. It was funny. I'll leave that to the review. I'll leave that to the review, and I will get. I'll try and get 2 out this week, just so I have a good start for the channel. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get Dogman out, and I will do everything I can to get Companion out as well. So yeah, I guess that's it for just starting up the channel. But yeah, I'll get these pins on here, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. It for right now, I guess. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I will also try and I do have an Instagram set up for this channel. I believe I made this the same day I made this channel on YouTube, so it could be the Hollow Host YT. I also have a TikTok and a Snapchat. No, I don't have Snapchat. I have three things. I don't think it's Facebook. I'm going to make a Facebook real soon. I do have a TikTok. It should be the Hollow Host YT. I have an Instagram, also the Hollow Host YT. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those are it. I will add a picture soon, and I will start uploading stuff to those as soon as I upload the Dogman and Companion reviews. But yeah, everything I show you on here, I will upload there. But they'll mostly be pictures and whatnot. Whereas this is going to be the actual channel where I do all the reviews and everything. I'll just on TikTok, I think I'm just going to be real light on everything. I'm just going to say, hey, reviews up for this movie. If you missed the movie, check it out on YouTube. It's up. And I'll probably just do like a really quick showcase of all the merchandise. Same thing on Instagram. I'll probably just put pictures of all the merch and just put a link to the channel. Say the review's out. Part 1 or part 2 of the review, spoiler free or spoiler filled. And I'll just link each post to I guess the channel. And feel free to check in. If not, I mean, hey, there's plenty of other YouTubers that do this. However, I am going to try and differentiate myself. I will try and how do I say this? Help myself out with making things more likable for you, the viewer. But another reason why I'm kind of like this is I'm also really nervous. I'm like, I don't know if people are just gonna I don't know how people are gonna take this video. I don't know. And honestly, it's whatever. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think if there's something else before I just hit the end button. I told you about. I know the back is just pretty bare. I ran out of battery. It's pretty barren right now. This one's probably gonna run out of battery soon. Anywho, I forgot what I was saying. I will be putting up a shelf here with all of my Naruto stuff. I do collect Naruto. I am a huge Naruto fan. Call me whatever you want. I don't care. I love Naruto. I love Star Wars. But I love a ton of stuff. I give so many things a chance. I give so many movies, shows, everything a chance to be good, because I want everything to be good, and we all do. But yeah, I guess with each movie, I'll be at the end of every video. I do think it's important to note this as well in this video. I do understand that everyone has different financial situations, myself included. I normally find myself on a tight budget, so one thing I would like to do is if I see a movie and I can see it being the best movie of the month, like for example this month it was Companion. I just loved everything about that movie. But yeah, if I see a movie like Companion, I know it was in the end. I know that the Companion movie was at the end of the month, yes. But if I let's say it came out mid-February or mid-January. Sorry, if it came out mid-January and there were still 2-3 more weeks to go, I would say, hey, you know what? If you're on a budget, if there's one movie you have to watch this month, it would be this movie. If how do I say this? If a really just average movie comes out, I would say hey, in my opinion, if you're on a budget, I would recommend waiting for this one to come out on streaming. Maybe just skip it entirely. I really would try and prevent myself from saying that, though, as unfortunately there are bad movies that come out. So if there is a really bad movie that releases, I will say that. However, I will try and be a little more positive. But if there is a movie that is actually bad, I will try and be a little more harsh, I guess, towards it, as much as I hate to say it. As like I said, these are movies I spend money to watch, so but like I said, I understand that people can't afford to go out every month. I know movie prices are climbing and just getting a little ridiculous sometimes, especially if you want to get merch and everything. That's just the unfortunate part about going out to movies, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I'll try and be a little more active with the community. I haven't started, but from the time I do my first review to the beyond, I will try and be a little more active to the community. One thing I myself would like to know, and what I plan on doing is on Instagram or TikTok, I will let the community know. Anyone who follows me, hey, Cinemark released this popcorn bucket for this movie today. They released it a little early. Definitely see if you can give them a call and see if they'll let you buy one a week or two early before the movie releases, because sometimes Cinemark does that, sometimes AMC does that, sometimes Regal does that. But I do think if you legitimately collect popcorn buckets, cups, or any other collectibles from any movies, I do think it is important to let the community know before scalpers or people that just for the people who actually want them. I do think hopefully I can reach out to those people through my social medias and let them know that if this is a popcorn bucket, if this is a collectible that you want, then definitely give them a call so you can get it a week early before people just start buying them to resell them. But if I buy them, I will, I have a whole bag here worth of Captain America stuff and Dogman stuff. I'm not picking that up. It's literally a bag that big, and it's a huge bag. I'm not picking that up. But as soon as I get done with filming all of that, I'm reselling it for the same price, or I'm gonna be giving it away to my friends, and then I'll be reselling it for the exact same price I got it from. Because I do think it is wrong to get this stuff just to resell it and make a profit. Sure, we all have our problems, but come on, there's people who actually want this. There's people who actually just get a little happiness from getting these little collectibles like this. I remember when I got this one, I saw some guy walking out of a Regal with 6 of these, and then they sold out after they sold 4 more of these, and they were sold out, and one guy got 6. So I hope this channel attracts the people who actually care about movies, because I care about movies. I want to know so many things about film, because as I stated, I think I stated, I did 2 or 3 restarts of this video. I burped the first time, so I said no, I'm not. Oh, I thought I pressed it again. I burped the first time, so I was like, no, I'm not using that take. And the second time, I don't remember what happened the second. I'm surprised this one's still on. The second time I stuttered really bad because I was still really nervous. But I think I'm gonna use this take. I've already been talking for a long time. I don't know how long I've been talking for. It's a little hard to see. But I forgot what I was saying. I'm all over the place. This is exactly why I need to be editing these videos, because otherwise I'd just be talking nonsense for this long, just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And these videos that I do are mostly going to be unscripted, for the part 1 at least. For the part 2, they will be scripted. For the part 2, they will be scripted because I'm going to use actual data from the movies to incorporate into the video to talk about. So as I was saying, I really do hope that, you know, for the people who love movies, I can reach out, I can you know, help them get this kind of stuff first, before, you know, all the scalpers do. And if possible, hell, I might even set up like a website to where I don't know. Maybe if I find the time or something, I could find a way to set up a website to where if you, I don't know, if you have proof, if you send me like a video of yourself and like, you know, or maybe not even a website, maybe just my DMs, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if you just shoot me a DM saying like, hey, this is my collection. I collect these things and, you know, I have proof that I'm not a scalper. Can you sell it to me for the exact same price? And I will say yes, because I don't like buying stuff for 3-4 times the price that I got it, or that I could have gotten it for if I just been there a couple minutes earlier. So I'll work on it. I'll try and figure something out to where I know I'm not really going to get any viewers. I'm probably gonna get like 1 viewer for the first like 5 reviews, and I'll probably jump up to 2. I'll probably jump up to 2 viewers in the second or the 10th review. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. But yeah, like I said, I'll try and work on something to where if I, you know, develop like a good community of people who actually enjoy listening to me talk and yap and just do all this kind of stuff with movies before I expand into doing other things, then yeah, I will definitely look into that and see if I can, you know, sell any of these items for the same price that I got them for, because I'm already seeing stuff that's, you know, for Captain America, I'm already seeing stuff for that for sale on eBay for twice the price that I got it for, and I'm like, that's wrong. And then I look at the quantity and there's like 6 or 7 available, and I'm like, there's no reason for you to have that many. But yes, that's pretty much what I'm going to attempt to do. Yeah, but I did break off. I did break off from what I was going to say originally. What I was going to say was that, yeah, I love movies. I do want to be a film director. That is like my biggest goal in life. I've been writing a project for the past almost 10 years. I've been working on a project that I would like to make into either a movie or a TV show. Like I said, I've been working on it for 10 years at this point, and I guess this is a good way for me to learn editing and, you know, also getting into my love of movies. I know I'm not like the biggest movie buff or anything. However, you know, I should change that. I should absolutely change that. That's what I've been thinking to myself over the past year. I should change that. You know what? I finally did it. I'm finally going to do this. And I'm going to keep pushing myself to get my ass up and to come and edit these videos and create content that I am proud of, that, you know, my close friends are all proud of. And just have a good time doing it, because, you know, this is what I want to do. that's been my goal for as long as I can remember. Ever since I watched Star Wars, I was always fascinated with what you can do if you just use your imagination. I was like heavily bullied as a kid, so not really getting too many friends. I kind of had to use my imagination to make myself happy, and eventually that led into me doing poetry, and poetry led into me writing music, and then that eventually led into me just thinking about stories to tell. And I that's what I want to do. I want to be a writer, I want to be a director, and I guess a good way for me to start out with just basic stuff on my own is just doing this, just sitting down, making content, having fun, engaging with hopefully a community that I can build, a positive community that I can build. And even though I'm literally getting a headache from all the stuff that I have on, I'm still, this is what I want to do. So yeah, like I said, this is just pretty much just me starting out today. I just wanted to sit down, make this quick video, give a quick test to the mic, tell you a little bit about myself, let you know that, if you see any reflections, I'm going to try and, flip the little things so that way you don't have that issue anymore of, being too focused on what's on my reflection, but instead rather what I am talking about and everything, because that's the goal. But as far as I can think of, that's pretty much it. Trying to think if there's something else. Like I said, I'm gonna try and put all these pins on here. Like here's a Alien Romulus one. Not sure if you could see that, but yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll just be doing the companion review. I will try and get that film tomorrow. I think I'm going to check out Dogman. And I think I'll come over here and I'll film that, and I'll try and edit that. Like I said, this is going to be unedited. I think this will be unedited. I'm not sure if there is any moments where I stuttered real bad or just made myself look like a complete idiot. So I'll give this a quick rewatch, and yeah, I guess if there's no issues with it, I guess I'll just post it. But anywho, that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of, at least. I guarantee I'm going to find something else to talk about. But there's YouTube. See, this works. This light is just stupid. This one works. The exact same lights. I guess red just takes up more energy. This will stay here until I find a popcorn bucket that is better, in my opinion. I know a lot of people. Well, there's one that a lot of people really loved last year. Oh, the Beetlejuice one. A lot of people really loved the Beetlejuice, and while I think that was a really solid pick, come on, man. This has a little face hugger coming out of it, and it's got the little Wayland Yutani logo on it, and it look, it's even got the little. Oh, is it facing? Yeah, it's facing that. Okay, it's even got the little cracks. That's so cool. And you put the popcorn in it, like that. I mean, it doesn't hold very much popcorn, but that's still so cool. And it lights up. That's the coolest thing about it. It lights up. But yeah, if I find any popcorn buckets that are better than this or just as good, I'll probably put the other one right here. If there's one that I think is just equally good, and I can't decide between the two. I would say like my top 3 from last year, or the Batman one. The Batman one was really cool. It was just a bat signal. You just light it up and shine it on a wall, and it's the bat signal. And I also really loved the R2D2 that AMC released for the re-release of The Phantom Menace. These 3 are my personal favorites, and I know there are so many good ones that I could talk about, but anywho, I won't. Just because we already know about them. You've seen them. If you know which ones I'm talking about, if you know anything about popcorn buckets, if you care, you'll know exactly which other two I'm talking about. But yeah. I guess right on the spot, if I had to, just to let you know what kind of taste, I guess, I have. If I had to pick a top 3 movies from 2024, in no particular order, I would say I don't hear anyone talking about this movie. Like, I rarely hear it. I do see videos on people saying it's good, but like in regards to, people talking about it as often as they talk about like, the blockbusters, I don't hear anyone talking about it. And this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but Sing Sing. I loved that movie. I managed to watch it for I think I watched it like a week early before it officially released, or maybe a month early, because I'm not sure. This was a movie that didn't get like a really huge release. It didn't. It was kind of like I think it was like at a film fest. I think it was at a film fest, and they got a limited screening afterwards, where I think it came out like a month or a couple months after those mystery movies were shown, and that was the mystery movie I went to. I had no idea what it was going to be walking into it, but I'll definitely put that in my top 3. Sing Sing. It pretty much just follows some inmates who try and do things in prison to kind of pass their time, and these people go with acting, and it's really good. I'm not gonna go into spoilers just because I know for a fact that like there's not many people that have seen it, but it really, that was a movie that gave me a lot of emotions watching it. It was really good to watch. I had a lot of fun watching that movie, even though I had no idea it was a thing. I saw no trailers for it. I heard nothing about it. But yeah, I'm glad I watched it. I watched it like I said, a month before it released, I believe, and I wanted to watch it a second time, but I couldn't because I think it had a very limited release. All the movie theaters in this area, AMC Cinemark, and Regal, did not have any showings for this until like 2 or 3 months later, which I found crazy. But it was always in the tab. In the tab for AMC, Cinemark, and Regal, there are always like the little poster. If you open the app or if you go on the website, it'll show you like the little movie posters and everything, and it'll say like, hey, do you want to watch this movie? Just click on it and it'll show you show times. Yeah, it had that, but there were always no show times for it at any of the theaters, which I found crazy. But anywho, if I had to pick a number 2, this is a movie that I had, and this is just me going off the top of my head. I watched like 70 movies last year, and I'm just trying to think of like 3 that really blew me away, whether it be just I went into the movies knowing nothing about it and it just took me by surprise how good it was, or if I had high expectations and the movie delivered. But with I would say number 2, maybe number 3, and again, this is going off the top of my head, I would have to go with Wicked, a movie that I had absolutely low expectations for. I personally hate musicals. However, this is the second time I've been proven wrong about musicals. The first one was with the Wonka movie, and I know that a lot of people are mixed on the Wonka movie just because I don't know. It just wasn't the original, so a lot of people just like, the Wonka movie sucked, whatever. I loved it. I loved Wonka, and I hate musicals. The only musicals I personally liked before it are the classics, like, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and The Wizard of Oz. Who doesn't like The Wizard of Oz? Everyone loves The Wizard of Oz, me included. But, I just had no intention of watching a spin-off, or not a spin-off, but what was it? Is a sequel. Oh no, prequel. Sequel, prequel. It was kind of a little bit of both here and there. But I had no intention of watching a spin-off of the movie, but I sat down, watched it, had low expectations, and was absolutely blown away by every part of the movie. All of it was just great. And even the music, like I said, I hate musicals, but the music made sense. It had really good choreography, good cinematography. The acting was great. And the movie had a lot of vibrancy in the colors, which is another thing. I'm like a damn child when it comes to that stuff. If there is a movie that is just bright, colorful, and just visually good, I will be hooked. And that movie was that. It was great. And I am excited for part 2 of Wicked, which comes out this year. I think it's like Wicked for Good or something like that. I think that's the name, the title of part 2. However, that's, and obviously, I mean, if this isn't in your top 3, I'm like, your opinion's wrong. Not really. It's movies are subjective, but Dune Part 2, that movie I watched, as of today, I've watched it 10 times. I cannot stop telling people to watch that movie. If you haven't seen Dune Part 2, do yourself a favor, sit down and watch it. I knew nothing about this franchise. I knew nothing about the story of Dune. They announced that they were going to do a 1-day re-release of Dune Part 1 in preparation for Dune Part 2. I asked one of my close friends, I said, hey, do you want to check this movie out? And I was like, I don't know anything about it, but everyone says it's good. And Part 2 comes out in a month. Because I think, if I remember correctly, the re-release for Part 1 came out in January, late January, and I don't remember if Part 2 came out February or March, but anyway, the re-release of the first one was roughly a month before the second one over here, at least. And yeah, we watched it, and I was like, damn, I love slow burns. That's the thing about me. Like, one of my favorite shows is Better Call Saul, which is a huge slow burn. I think that's a masterpiece. Getting off topic, but anyway, I love slow burns. So Dune Part 1, I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was just a masterpiece. And when I saw the trailer for Part 2, I was watching the trailer for Part 2 all throughout like November, December, and the first half of January, and I was like, oh, it's just a story that takes place in a desert or something. No, it's much more than that, and it's a really important story, as it has like a lot of real world messages that can be taken from it. But yeah, I went into those movies knowing literally nothing. I thought that the whole movie took place in like a desert, like just one area, but no, it was a whole planet. The whole planet is a desert. Arrakis is a whole planet, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of stuff that happens with these different houses and everything, and it's great. It is so good. In fact, I if I didn't promise myself that I would get this video out, the Dogman video out, and the companion video out, I would go home and watch Dune Part 2 an 11th time, because oh my god, it is so good. And I am hoping that it wins as many Oscar nominations as possible, even though there's not that many, because it's going to there's so many Oscar nominations for Emilia Perez. I'm not even going to talk about that movie, but yeah, Dune Part 2, I know that I'd put those movies in no particular order. Dune Part 2, Wicked, and Sing Sing. I know I put those in no particular order. However, if I had to pick a number one, hands down, it would be Dune. Dune without a question. Oh, it's just so good. So good. But yeah, I guess that's just a little bit about myself, about the channel, about the past year that I've had with movies. Like I said, over 70 movies. I decided, you know what? Since I'm spending all this money and time going to the movies to watch all these different types of movies, many different genres, how about I just start this channel? I've spent all that time last year watching it and watching all those movies and everything, and I just said, let me just do it. Let me just start the channel up. I mean, I'm gonna keep making videos, so let's just start now. Let's start with Companion. Let's do Dogman, and as I said, let me know your input on the formula that I'll be using. I'll make a separate video going over what I'm going to be doing with the formula, and then I will post and then I will be posting those, or I may just, I don't know, I'll probably make like a separate video like formula if we're doing part 1 of movie reviews, and then formula for my part 2 of movie reviews, spoiler free, spoiler filled. 2 different things going over the same movie, so that way if you would like to hear more input on a movie, like for example, I watched, again, not to keep talking about Dune, but I'm one of those people that just likes to keep watching on one subject if I'm really invested in it. So like for example, when Dune Part 2 came out, I watched literally every review, every breakdown, everything, and I watched all of them within like a month, and I watched all of them like so fast, and if there's just there's always more content coming out, but I like a specific group of creators that I normally watch, and they watched or they released all those Dune videos like so fast, and I was like, oh, I just ate it up so fast. And there was a lot of stuff I still wanted to know about, like the movie production and everything going on behind the scenes, and all that kind of stuff. Was it successful? Obviously it was. I mean, everyone knew that because of how much it was blowing up. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to incorporate into these videos, and hopefully if you have an interest in learning the stuff that I would like to know about movies, then definitely or movie releases, then definitely feel free to check me out whenever you can, whenever you want to. I'm not gonna force you. You already, literally every YouTuber tells you like, subscribe, do that if you want. If not, I'm not for you. That's all there is to it. I'm not gonna beg you to do that. I don't want to, as someone who myself feels a lot of pressure to be doing things, if someone gently asks me to, I'm not gonna do that, just because that's how I would want to be treated if I was coming onto this channel. But maybe you like it. Maybe you like it when people tell you that. I don't know. That's just my preference. I don't want to have to keep saying, hey, like, subscribe. There's nothing wrong with that. But, it's just my preference. I'm just kind of rambling and going off, about this and that. But anywho, I can't really think of anything else. Like I said, this is just the base starting setup. This is pretty much what you're going to look at from now on. I guess I'll come back and end the video here. If I think of something else, I guess I'll do a part 2. But if not, then I guess this is it for the introduction to the channel. I just want to say, if you do check this video out, if you do manage to check me out in the future, thank you so much, like from the bottom of my heart, because this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and hopefully I have your interest. Hopefully I have your attention, and I hope that if you do decide to watch any movie reviews, that you'll be checking mine out. And even if it's if you check out a bunch, I hope I'm one of the ones that you check out. So yeah, like I said, I'll be making a follow-up video to how I'm going to be doing my reviews, how I'm going to be doing my reviews for part 2. I'm going to be doing a companion video, and I'll be doing a Dogman video, both reviews, obviously. But yeah, I guess for now that's pretty much it. You know all that stuff about me. This is, I think, my 3rd take, and I don't think I'm going to be doing any editing. I think everything was pretty much spot on. Although I did do have a lot of pausing points, a lot of stuttering. That's another thing. I do need to get rid of that. So this is a good way for me to, stop stuttering and everything. So I guess I'll just be doing that. In the meantime, I guess just wait for another video. I will try and get as many out as I can before the end of the week. Like I said, there's 4 videos I need to make. Oh, actually 3. Once I get to the part 2, that's when I'll do the how I'm going to do the part 2 reviews where it's spoiler filled. But I won't be doing that for another month because I'm going to wait for the end of the theatrical run to actually do a follow-up video where I talk about spoilers and everything. So I'm doing Companion right now. That's probably going to be in theaters for a while since it's doing so well. And Dogman, it's also doing well from what I understand. So you probably won't be seeing that video on how I do part 2s for a while. But I'll definitely get the part 1 up. I'll get Companion. I'll get Dogman. And I'll showcase all... I'll do all that. But like I said... let me know if there's anything that's too distracting for you. Like I said, I'm gonna flip that if that's too distracting. If you can see the computer through my lens, then let me know so that I can change that. Also, I'm already saving up for better lights that have better battery runtime because I don't know why that one ran out so fast. That's pathetic. But I guess that's it. I am like sweating. I keep thinking because yeah, that's what happens. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess it's nighttime for me, so if you're watching this at nighttime, I just want to say good night, everybody. Be safe, and I guess take care of yourselves. And I guess stay tuned for my first review on this channel. Thank you for listening to me yap. I'm going to check out the sound quality, see how everything looks, sounds, and feels, and I'm also losing my voice, so I guess that's it.